Hey guys, so it's time for the SmackDown Live review. So it's the go home show to SmackDown Live before Fastlane, which is the Sunday. So let's just get right into it. Um, it started with Daniel Bryan coming out with Rowan, and the first thing he just did was use his hand gesture to the Titantron, and then it showed a recap of the contract signing that kicked off the show last week with, you know, Kofi being very excited that he was able to sign the contract for his match that was supposed to be his match with Daniel Bryan, and then had Vince coming out and replacing him with Kevin Owens. So yeah, and then Daniel said that it cut back to like the clip ended, and then Daniel said that he stayed silent throughout the whole contract signing. He was silent when everyone was cheering for Kofi, which they started to do again when he said that. And he's like, and I was silent for everything that night, but tonight I can talk and say that, like, while I didn't think that Kofi deserved it, I still don't know why. I don't know how Kevin deserves it either. Then he's like putting down Kevin about his weight, saying and stuff, and it's just like, okay. But then Kevin came out he he said that no. But first, Danielle said that as much as he's not happy about this, he's also not going to underestimate Kevin because a man is dangerous when he has nothing to lose. And he said that he has everything to lose because he is the planet's champion. Okay. Um, so then Kevin comes out and he says that like he spent 5 months at home recovering from double knee replacement surgery with his family and friends, like sitting at home on his couch watching WWE, like as a fan instead of as a competitor. And Daniel kept saying like, yeah, that's where you should be and stuff. And Kevin's just like, but as much as I love spending time with my family, I hated seeing people going out there and doing what I couldn't. And then he looks at Daniel and's like, but you like throwing away the title, like disrespecting it was something that I couldn't take, so I have to come back. And so he knew which brand he wanted. He knew he wanted to go to SmackDown Live so he could beat Daniel Bryan and get that title back. And he goes that he didn't mean for Kofi to get replaced. He wasn't expecting that, and like he said that Kofi, he didn't do any. That was not his fault. He would have not done that to Kofi, but at the end of the day, he wants that title. And sure, he doesn't have many friends, but he's going to get that title from Daniel Bryan. And so as he's in the ring, sorry, just answering something. Okay, so as Kevin's in the ring, he was talking, and then Rowan just gets in front of him, and he goes, "Do we have a problem here, Redwood or whatever he called him?" And Rowan's like, "Oh, we got a big one." So Kevin like starts punching Rowan, throws him out of the ring, and then starts going after Daniel, only for Rowan to come back in and like do like that claw slam thing to Kevin, and then that was it for that. Because after that, then he and Daniel left while Rowan was left in the ring. Uh, I didn't hate it. I didn't like hate anything about it. Like it's good. It was fine. It's just I don't know how I feel about the whole like Kofi being replaced. Like I know he's probably gonna end up getting the match at WrestleMania. It's just I still don't know what I feel about this. It's like I'm glad that Kevin Owens recovered and that he's back. That's great, but it's like I don't know. But the segment itself, I have no problem with. And it's just like I love the segment itself. I I don't know how to feel about that. So I'm just gonna stop and say that the Miz and Shane were shown backstage, and it looks like Shane was just like hyping up Miz because Miz is going against Jey Uso next. And then it was The Miz versus Jey Uso. So the Usos came out first, and it was funny because like the Usos were just majorly making fun of Miz and Shane, and it was funny, and I was just loving every moment of it. Even though at one point Jay did say something about the fact that like Shane does have nicer shoes than them, but Jimmy had to stop him from talking. Like it was just all funny. But then The Miz and Shane came out, and Shane's like, "It's our hearts that make us the best tag team in the world." I'm like, well, that was kind of lame, but okay. Um, and after that, they did the match, and it was fun seeing Shane try very hard to keep Jimmy at bay, even though there were a couple times where Jimmy helped Jay right in front of the ref, but the ref did like nothing about it at all. But Miz got the skull-crushing finale on Jay and got the win. And then Kayla is backstage, and she said she's going to have an interview with the Queen because Charlotte requested an interview. And like, Charlotte's there, and she says that she misses Becky at SmackDown Live. It's like, because it's been a while since she's been there, and she says that like she's inviting Becky to come down to the arena and come out to the ring and have a friendly chat with her. Okay. Oh, okay. Not much to say about that. It's just, alright. And then Archer comes out with Carmella because he's about to hold the second U.S. Championship Open Challenge. Then the commercial ends and they come back, and Archer, he's in the ring, and he's like, I didn't know that John did these open challenges every week. It's like, and he goes, I'm already tired from the last one. And he doesn't really want to do it. But Carmella says, remember what your hero says, never give up. And then R-Truth is like, yeah, he also says, you can't see me. He's like, but I see him on my poster in my bedroom. I see him on the bedsheet on my bed. And I saw him in that movie with the automobile or something. I'm like, okay. So it's like, alright. But Carmella's like, you need to be brave. And then R-Truth is like, okay, fine, I'll do it. But then they do their 7-second dance break first, and then R-Truth's like, okay, it starts right now. And then, you know what that is, a number I don't know, so just ignore that. The random things that happen. Okay, anyway. Lacey Evans comes out, again, just walks down the ramp and then back up it. No? Okay. And then, R-Truth is like, come back here, sexy gloves. And I was like, okay. And then he's just like, yeah, you know she's leaving. She doesn't want none of this. And then he thought it was over, and then Carmella's like, no, that didn't count. It's like, that doesn't count. And R-Truth is like, God, John Cena. And it's like, so mad and doesn't want to do another thing, but Carmella's like, come on, we want to see you challenge the title again. And then she gets an R-Truth chant going, and then R-Truth's like, okay, bring out the challenger. So then Samoa Joe comes out, followed by Rey Mysterio and then Andrade. And before R-Truth can even get a thought out, the ring announcer is like, here comes the Fatal 4-Way, and R-Truth is just looking at the ref and at Carmella, and everyone's like, oh, what? Okay. Because he didn't even get to say whether he accepted it or not, but it's like, okay, alright. So they have the Fatal 4-Way, and Samoa Joe's dominating most of this match. Like, R-Truth was out of the ring for a good amount of it, and then in the ring, and then it was a lot of Rey and Andrade. And then Samoa Joe, oh my god, I can't remember, I think it was Rey or Andrade. I think it might have been Rey, I forget, but Samoa Joe pins them and has his first title victory. He won the United States Championship, his first ever WWE Championship victory. And I was so, like, I was looking at my dad like, that's his first title victory. It's like he finally won a championship, and I was so proud of him. Like, I love R-Truth, but it's just, that's awesome. He finally won a title, and I'm like, yay, good for you, man. And so his first victory as part of the main roster, and that's awesome. And I'm like, and so I was actually pretty happy for him, and I don't know what R-Truth's gonna do, but I was very happy for Samoa Joe to have that victory. So then they go to a commercial, and the next thing is the New Day have a video message from India because they're doing the WWE promotional tour in India. So New Day's not there, but Big E lets everyone know that he, Xavier, and Kofi are going to be at Fastlane. So I don't know what's gonna go down there, but I am excited to see. And then okay, I don't know why there's loud talking out there, but all right. No. Next, Aleister Black comes out because him and Ricochet are going to be having a match. But then they go to commercial and then they come back and Kayla's interviewing Samoa Joe, congratulating him on being the U.S. champion, and Samoa Joe just says that he has no respect for anyone who he's gonna fight. All his opponents, he's gonna make them go night-night. So, okay. Then we move on to Aleister Black and Ricochet versus The Bar, and The Bar start trash talking Ricochet and Aleister, but Aleister Black hits Black Mass, and then Ricochet does his 460, I think it's called, like that move, and they get the victory. But then Shinsuke and Rusev attack them from behind for literally no reason, it kind of seems, but okay. So then the Honey Boys come out literally dressed like they're from the 90s. It's like, okay. So they come out and they help Ricochet and Aleister, and then Aleister and Ricochet and the Hardys are standing tall at the end, so great. Not very much to say about that, just I love seeing Aleister and Ricochet win again, and the Hardys and Ricochet and Aleister Black are probably going to have something going out soon, so okay. Then it shows Daniel Bryan talking to Rowan about, I guess, strategy or stuff. And then Mandy Rose comes out with Sonya Deville because she has a match that's coming up. And then it's Mandy Rose versus Naomi. Naomi starts in strong with Mandy and gets most of the defense, but then most of the offense. But then Sonya distracts her, so Mandy hits Naomi with Better Roses and gets the win, and then Sonya, oh, here's the part I like. It lets you know that Asuka's perfectly fine, which is great. Even though she did do some tweets that said she was fine, but still, this, confirmed it for me, and that was good. But, Sonya and Mandy, they have their back turned, and they're walking up the ramp, and then Asuka just comes out wearing her mask, and is just kind of, staring. Then she takes off her mask, and she's staring at them. Sonya turns around first, and Asuka just kicks her, and then she starts nailing at Mandy with a bunch of punches, and then she takes Sonya and throws her into the what do you call that? The screen, the entranceway, I guess. Just throws her into that, and then she does the same thing with Mandy, and then she lays out Mandy with the kick. She looks at Naomi, who is smiling at her, and Asuka kind of winks back, and then leaves. So I'm excited for Asuka's most okay, I'm not gonna do a prediction or anything, but I can't wait to see Asuka kick Mandy's butt on Fastlane. I'm so excited to see what's gonna go down there. It's good to know that after that little incident Monday night that Asuka's fine. Obviously fine, so that's great. She was yelling in Japanese, the usual, so it's good to know she's good. And then Kayla interviewed AJ Styles about the WWE Championship match going on with Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan, and AJ's the McMahon said that the WWE Universe was in charge, but they don't listen to them. They say they listen to them, but they never do. Because obviously everyone is cheering for Kofi. And I'm like, Yeah. Totally agree there. And then Randy kind of comes up from behind. It's like, you're worried about Kofi and Kevin and Daniel Bryan? Like, I see why it took you 15 years to get here. And I was like, well, that's a burn. Like, not much to say about that except for, like, okay. Um, and then Kevin Owens comes out for his match against Rowan, which is next. It's shown on the kickoff, on the thing right before the match, though, that Rey Mysterio is going to face Andrade when it comes to Fastlane. He's going to fight them this Sunday on the kickoff show. Rey Mysterio and Andrade are probably going to have one of the best matches of the night, and it's going to be on the kickoff show. Great. Okay. So, Kevin Owens and Rowan have their match, and they're going at it. Kevin, starts attacking Daniel at one point, but then goes back to Rowan. And Daniel, who didn't like the attack, just starts walloping on Kevin, so the match is thrown out, so Kevin wins by disqualification. And Daniel has Kevin and tells Rowan to take the top off the table. And then Mustafa Ali comes out and saves Kevin, starts going after Rowan, so Daniel, throws Mustafa off of Rowan and gets him in the ring and goes to do a slam where he stomps on him, but Kevin comes in and nails Daniel with a stunner, and then Mustafa Ali and Kevin Owens are left standing tall in the ring. It was pretty fast, not really much going on there, but it's cool. Then Charlotte Flair's in the back, and she's making her way to the ring because she's going to do that thing where she calls out Becky. So first, she gets in the ring and she just shushes the fans and points. Just tells the crowd to be quiet and then points. And they show everything that happened, the night before on Raw with Ronda and Becky and everything. And then she says, how are we going to get Becky to come out here? And then she starts the Becky chant and everyone's cheering. And then Becky comes out and Becky's like, you wanted to have a friendly discussion? Well, I'm here. And so, and then, by the way, when Becky comes out, she's limping even worse than she was Monday night. Oh my god. Jeez, I hope she's alright for Fastlane. I honestly hope so. And then she goes yeah, my arm is almost broken, my ribs are, but I'm in your head. I'm in Ronda's head. And she's so happy about this. And she's like, look, my ribs are bruised, my arm is almost broken, and my knee is damaged. There's the thing, though, but when my knee is damaged, I'm the most dangerous. And so, and then Charlotte's like, And then she just lays Becky out with a slap or a punch, and then she starts going to town on Becky's knee and stuff, but then Becky takes her crutch and starts hitting Charlotte and then grabs Charlotte's arm and puts her in the disarm her. And then two of us are trying to talk Becky into letting go, but she doesn't want to. Charlotte's tapping. She's not having any of it. She just wants out. And she finally gets out of the ring, and Becky's at the end. Becky is standing tall, and Charlotte is walking up the ramp, not looking happy anymore. And I honestly cannot wait to see what goes down between them at Fastlane. And that's the whole show, basically. So, yeah, that's the whole show. I see you later with the, when I upload the NXT live reaction video. So, see you in a bit.